Hi guys, Michael Gilbert with MentorVault. Today we're doing a video on how to craft your opening statement. And your opening statement is also known as a USP, or a unique selling proposition. And we're going to cover that today. It's also known as an elevator pitch. It tells the benefits, offers a solution to a problem, and you need to convey that message in 7 to 15 seconds. And we're going to show you or walk you through how to do this. Now, this is not an easy exercise. This is not something you typically do within a few minutes. It's just not that simple. You really have to dig fairly deep into your organization and the benefits of what you offer the customer. So the first thing you really need to do is get out a pen and pad and write these things down, or do it on your computer, whatever's comfortable for you. But how do your customers view you? What is the one benefit that they see in your product or service, and is it easily perceived by that customer? There are a few things that an opening statement must be, and one is it must be simple. It's got to be believable, it must be memorable, it must be catchy so it sticks in their mind. More importantly, it must be to the point. Now, as we craft your opening statement, we're primarily doing this for the investor so that you can put this in your business plan, you can put this in your pitch deck. But more importantly, you want to be able to use this as your marketing tagline or your marketing statement. But what we're focused on today is getting this into your business plan so that the investor understands what type of customer you're going after and what segment you're going after. I always suggest just start writing. Just start writing about what you do. Get a piece of paper, and on the left side put all the features of your product or service, and list as many as you can. It's big, it's yellow, it has these buttons, it does this, and list all the different things about the features of your product. And on the right side, list the benefits of those, and we're going to cover a little bit of that. But you want to simplify this down to the benefits, and when you're done, you'll end up with one sentence that conveys the message of what you do. So the simplest way is to take this sentence and tack it, staple it, glue it, tape it to the wall in front of you. I do X, or my company does this by delivering what benefit to my customer. So step one is defining the target audience. Who's your target audience? And we always kind of joke around and say it's 3-foot, one-legged, red-headed pygmies. Well, that seems a bit silly, but you really do want to define not only your market, but your market segment. Step two is, what pain do you cure? What solution do you bring to the table in the form of a benefit to that end user? And what are those benefits? Write all of these things down and then try to craft this into a statement. It could be a paragraph or 4 or 5 paragraphs to start. And begin to extract some of that data and shorten it and shorten it and shorten it some more, and then define your guarantee. What promise can you deliver on? And then you write it, and you're going to rewrite it and rewrite it and rewrite it until you come up with that one statement. It's not about being the cheapest, the best, the fastest. Now, your product or service may help people save time. It may help people, if you're selling to race car drivers and you want to sell the fastest car, that's one thing. But most products or services are not about being the cheapest, the best, or the fastest. Because if you do claim to be the cheapest, the best, and the fastest, you need to be able to answer one question, and that is, compared to what? You look at some of the Aleve commercials that are on TV today, they're comparing themselves to an actual product. Our drug lasts longer for pain compared to Tylenol. If you're going to lay claim to being better, faster, cheaper, you need to throw in compared to what. Let's do an exercise. Ask yourself this: why will people do business with me versus my competitors? And really think about this. If you are entering a market or a mature market and you're another company entering that market, why are people going to make the shift to you versus your competitors? Look, we always tell people, if your competitors can steal your opening statement, or they can steal your tagline or your marketing message and put their logo on it, you have missed the mark. It's not about you. It's not exclusive to you. What are your features? List them on the left side of the page. Are they big? Is it yellow? Does it have more buttons? Give full descriptions of every feature that your product or service has, And then what are the benefits? Does it save time? Does it save money? Does it reduce labor? Car dealerships are just inherent horrible marketers. They're all the same. They're loud. They talk about price. They talk about 2.4-liter engines. They talk about 2,000-ton capacity, towing. They're the low price. But these really don't target the emotions of why people buy them. People buy for emotional reasons, not logical reasons. And it's the same thing in crafting your statement. You're selling to an investor. You're selling your concept. You're selling your idea. Would you buy from a car dealership that offered this? Or would you buy from a car dealership that offers, hey, you can sign and drive? Well, that saves me time. Do they offer a price match guarantee? It gives me comfort in knowing that I'm not overspending. Does it offer free oil changes? Well, that's going to save me money and time. What about accounting software? This is an actual slogan, intelligence for apps and decisions. That means absolutely nothing to me as a consumer. What about our software saves you time and helps you get organized? Saving time and getting organized are benefits. That really doesn't mean anything to me at all. I can't even explain that away. What about a spa? Treat yourself to our luxurious health spa. Well, they didn't define luxurious. Your idea and my idea of luxurious might be two different things. This is a great example. We cater to busy executives that need to relax, rejuvenate, and unwind. It's just a much better statement than something blathered on about treat yourself to luxury. Let's talk about us, MentorVault. Well, we never did write this, but I tried to come up with something a little mundane and out there. But after viewing literally tens of thousands of business plans almost over 30 years, we see a lot of this. Paragraph after paragraph after paragraph of what you do. And the investor reads 4 paragraphs and it goes in the trash because after 4 paragraphs, they still do not understand what you do. And neither do I. I mean, we build online software written for the small business owner looking to obtain funding. Okay. Our software took 7 years to write. We're the experts. We've been in business a million years. Our software is best in class, which means absolutely nothing. Our experts are highly degreed professionals in their field. Okay, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't really mean anything. There's no emotion here. Look, here's the fact. If someone, and I mean anyone, including yourself, but more importantly, the investor or your customer can say, so what? After you read your statement, you're doomed. Here's our opening statement. Unlock the secrets to business funding. It's what we do. We help you unlock the secrets to business funding. FedEx used to use this marketing slogan when your package absolutely positively has to get there overnight. It's very clear and to the point. Here's what a USP does. It sets you apart from your competition. No one else can lay claim. It makes you the expert. It raises the bar to your competitors that they need to catch up with you, not the other way around. It truly makes it easy for anyone to understand what you truly deliver, especially the investor, and it makes it easy to do business because it sets you apart from anyone else. So great USP or a great opening statement does one thing. It makes people ask one question. How do you do that? The other way is if they answer, so what, you're in trouble. This is the question you want to get them to. You want them to ask you, how do you do that? And then it opens the door for you to explain in more depth of the features and then the benefits of those features. It's really about your customers' desires, not their needs. And let's talk about that for just a second. Desires. That's what we want. And what do we want? We want to be taller, smarter, better looking, thinner, right? We don't care about the features. We want to know what's in it for me. What's it going to do for me? A good USP doesn't just make you an option. And one of the options is not buying anything at all, including you or your competitor. So think about that. What it truly does is makes you the only option. You're the only one that does this. And be prepared to back up your statement. A good opening statement does one thing. It tells people exactly what you do in a very concise, short sentence. One sentence that takes 5 to 15 seconds to read. And when people finish reading that sentence about what you do and the benefit that they can receive from doing business with you, and when the investor reads this, they will say, I must be stupid not to do business with this company, because it sets you apart from all of your competition. So focus on the emotional benefit to your customer. And what do I mean by that? Does it make me, as a consumer, does it make me feel smarter? Or does it make me smarter? Does it make me thinner? Does it save me time or money? Does it reduce staff or costs? Does it increase my revenue? Does it make me look younger or live longer? There's hundreds of different examples that we could give, from features to benefits, but I think after viewing this, I think you truly get exactly what type of benefit you need to be promoting in your opening statement. And I want to close with this. My granddaddy owned a circus, and he was an absolute genius at human nature. And he always said, never sell the product, sell what it'll do for the person. But he had this funny quote, and I want to leave you with this. He said, a thick wallet makes a man taller, smarter, and better looking. So when I think about that, and watching him run the circus for the short amount of time that I did get to watch him do that, it wasn't about the wallet, that it was leather, or that it was black, or that it lasted a long time. It was what was inside. What was the benefit? A thick wallet will take a short, fat, ugly man and make him taller, smarter, and better looking. As you begin to craft your opening statement, think about the emotional benefits to your customer. We'll be also hosting webinars on this subject, and we'll be helping craft some opening statements, some USPs live for different members, so that everyone can get a better understanding of how to craft their own. I'll see you on the webinars.